8 out of 10 cats, it's Smithy, James Corden, American Breed, Scott Capurro, and their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, loose woman, Carol McGiffin. Please stand up, Alan Cochrane, and their team captain, Jason Manford. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, being overweight almost triples your chances of dementia? Which reminds me, where did I put my chips? There are 5 times more languages spoken in Papua New Guinea than in all of Europe. That's absolute. And 19% of Brits change their favourite film depending on who they're talking to. I'd have to say Anal Graveyard 2. And you, Archbishop? Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panelist's job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean's team, you ought to go first. What have the nation been talking about?
Barack Obama. I'm in love with the guy. I literally watched that speech and fell in love. I'm not joking. I was so excited.
He would turn me, but it wouldn't take much to turn me.
Truly, I was watching that thing, I was just like, when he was going, "We are better than the last 8 years," I was like, oh my God. I started to get actually turned on.
I find them a little bit sentimental, his speeches.
No.
They're very sentimental.
Come on.
It's all things like, yes, we can do it,
yes,
we can change,
though.
it's a dream. And you think, who am I voting for here? The Lion King?
Of course, the other person running is John McCain. What do you think of his running mate, Scott?
I mean, I think that they're grasping for straws. They want their own Hillary, but they can't have ours. We got one already. I would have voted for Hillary over Obama because her dick is so much bigger. But...
Yeah, you go, girl.
He's what, 71, 72? She's quite... Let's be honest, she's a MILF, right? Let's be honest, right?
She's not central again, I forget.
Mothers I'd like to fondle.
You're such a good boy.
I'm just that sort of guy.
I like the fact she's pro-life and pro-guns, which to me sounds like someone who's a butcher and they're also a vet. I'm sorry. We've lost this one. Get the other bag.
They didn't properly check her out, did they, before appointing her his running mate?
Yeah.
And now lots of dirt has come out, like her teenage daughter is pregnant. But it's a good job that she knows the dad as well, with them being so uptight conservatives. It just reminded me of a time a girl who was perhaps, say, a potential loose woman. The school slag, basically, got pregnant, right? And I asked my mate Dave who the dad was, and no word of a lie, my mate Dave, exact quote, said, "Well, if you eat a can of beans, you don't know which one makes you fart, do you?"
What a heartwarming story. Right, let's have a look and see whether the US presidential election is up there. Yes, people are talking about the US presidential election. John McCain has chosen his running partner, a woman, which is crazy because everyone knows girls can't run. Sarah Palin is very unhappy about her daughter's pregnancy and is considering using the morning after gun. Sarah Palin's got 5 children. One is off to fight in Iraq, so if you're watching the repeat of this, Sarah Palin's got 4 children. Jason, Carol and Alan, what have the nation been talking about?
Well, certainly in my house in Manchester, it's got to be Manchester City becoming the richest club in the world. We can buy anyone. This Arab bloke who's worth 500 billion, let's say pounds.
Do you think it'll change anything, though, at the club?
Well, I think it's one of those things, Carol, where if it was any other club, I'd say it's terrible for football. Because it's my club, I think it's fucking brilliant!
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works, I think,
but,
innit?
you know, famously, they don't drink, they're going to ban booze and everyone's, you know, dress code, all that. I mean...
I say good luck with that.
It's a bit worrying.
They've put a bid in for 130 million for Ronaldo, which, even though Real Madrid were offering 60 million, this guy's come and gone, "I'll give you 130 million!" And you go, how are you so rich when you're shit at haggling? That's terrible.
He's a trillionaire, isn't he, this new owner?
They're making up new words now.
Yeah, he's a trillionaire. He's 31. He's on the telly. He's younger than me. That's the more I read about him, the more he's making me feel like a bit of a loser.
Don't say that, Alan. Do not say that.
Hey,
I'm 33, Jimmy, and I'm not even a billionaire yet.
Seriously?
Seriously, yeah.
He was 14 and he was already selling on the stock exchange.
No.
I was thinking, when I was 14, I was doing wheelies and chasing girls with poo on the end of a stick.
We had a guy at West Ham, and I'm a West Ham fan, and we were really struggling with...
You were struggling? West Ham?
When was this? Don't act like you know anything.
Jimmy thinks West Ham something you get in a delicatessen.
So we're sat, and we're doing really shit. I think we're losing like 4-0. The guy behind went, "We just need a striker. We need someone like Michael Owen or Ruud van Nistelrooy." So, yeah, we know that. They're brilliant footballers. And someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, we do, but we can't afford him.
Well, let's ask him really nicely.
I'm worried about this new rich owner of Man City just exaggerating the gap between rich and poor in football clubs, because this summer I actually paid £100 for a Huddersfield Town season ticket, and I got a letter yesterday saying that I now technically own the club.
OK, let's see if Man City's takeover is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story that Manchester City has been bought by a Dubai-based billionaire. Their aim is simple: to win the Premier League and annihilate Israel.
I was thinking...
I'm not laughing like that's a really good idea, by the way.
We need to kick on. Sean, Jason and Scott, what else have the nation been talking about?
The hurricane Gustav, which was supposed to devastate New Orleans this week, didn't. It just missed it, didn't it? Just went just off to the left.
I was watching it with my mum when it was happening. I came in...
Nice cup of tea, all get together. Come on, let's watch the floods.
No, I came home and she said, "You're not going to believe it, there's another hurricane and it's going to hit New Orleans." I said, "Oh, my God." She went, "Yeah, it's already hit someone called Gustav." And I went, "Mum, no, it's a hurricane, Gustav. It's called Hurricane Gustav." She went, "Oh, that does make more sense."
I've got two questions. Firstly, all these hurricanes keep hitting New Orleans, which proves my theory that God hates jazz.
Yeah, you've still not written up that report, have you?
No. But what they should have done when they evacuated, because all the trumpets would be left behind, wouldn't they? They should have nailed all the trumpets to a post, so when the hurricane hit, it would have blown like... Could have played like...
Look, there's always looting as well in this situation. I just think looting is a weird thing to... sort of a weird mental stage that you're thinking, everyone's going to die, but if I'm going to die, I want a 50-inch plasma telly before I go and use it as a boat.
Where are you going to plug it in, though?
Where are they going to plug it in, Carol?
There's, like, water everywhere. You can't, can you? Bit of a waste.
Yeah, that's the real tragedy. That is the Nick telly can't be plugged in. Let's see if the New Orleans hurricane is one of the most talked about things. Yes, this is the story that Hurricane Gustav hit New Orleans earlier this week. The city inspector drove down to see if there was any flooding, but when he took his Chevy to the levee was dry. Jason, Alan, Carol, what else have the nation been talking about?
What do you reckon?
Oh, I would imagine it's got to be the rampant fear-mongering about the economy, isn't it? There's just been so much... You know, every time you open a paper or turn on the news, it's like they're going, "Shit yourselves! Credit crunch! We're all going to be dead by next Friday!" And I keep thinking, nah, I'm not. I've got tins in. I'll be all right.
It's serious. Have you
It is serious, but there's good things to it. There's good and bad sides to the credit crunch.
Good?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't think 125% mortgages were ever a really good idea. I think they were ridiculous. To start the life of the ownership of your home owning 25% less than something of it, that blows my mind. My maths isn't good. That means you can be standing in the house you've just bought, someone can walk past outside and they own more of it than you do. That's fucking mental, isn't it?
That is true.
It's a brilliant point.
You can't blame that on the banks or...
Yeah, no, I think you can blame it on the banks.
No!
It's only ever
You
gonna
definitely
work
can.
You don't have to.
Look,
no
watch,
one's making
watch.
you
The
take
bank's
that low
fault.
now.
There, I've done it.
Stop saying that.
Right, can I just have a look at the ring on your finger? And you're worried about the credit crunch? I think you're going to be all right, love.
No, it's not real, all right? It's
Is
not
it-
real.
well, how come I can
don't
see
mug
it?
me on the way home.
Is it Elizabeth Duke? Is it?
No, shut up! It looks nice.
Oh, there's a credit crunch. It's going to be terrible. For the poor. Let them eat
Stop
cake.
it.
Are you struggling in the credit crunch, Jimmy? Are you downsizing because
This
your
was
face is getting smaller? So.
My face is getting smaller. It had to go somewhere.
There's an even better side to the credit crunch. The best side of it is a lot more people are enjoying the experience of shopping at Lidl. Which, as everyone knows, is really like being on holiday. In Moldova.
That's exactly it.
I'm in
exactly what it is.
Moldova. And you go, what is this? I don't know. I'm just going to open it and see.
Well, you did
Puffin hearts? I thought it was fuses.
Puffin hearts?
Oh, darling, we've run out of schnazzle scrodge.
Should we have a look and see whether it's up there? Yes, this is the story that Britain is experiencing the worst economic conditions for 60 years. Gordon Brown is considering a reshuffle. He's thinking about bringing in David Cameron as Prime Minister. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get. What else has the nation been talking about?
Gary Glitter has returned to our shores.
Oh.
And he's having to move around. Nobody knows exactly where he is. I think it'd be great if he turned up in Kidderminster. But people really, really hate him, don't they? They're really
yeah.
very angry with him.
I think it's the kids.
I think it's partly that. Also the fact it turned out he was bald. I think those... I think those two together. Because all those years he had that big hair, and he goes, not only is he paedophile, he's bald as well.
I can tell you Gary Glitter is not one of the most talked about things this week, but Gary Glitter has been in the news. He's been released from prison and has returned to the UK. Now he just wants to settle down and have kids. After coming out of prison, I was wondering if Gary will remember how to sing. She'll be 8 now. Oh, why so mean? Does that make it worse?
Yeah, definitely.
Does it make it worse? Yes, it does.
All right, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about?
Is it the Cold War 2?
Oh, yeah.
Russia's revenge. When I saw, because the map come up on the news, like, and obviously we're there because of GMT, right? And America's there, and Russia was there, and I thought, shit, we're right in the middle. We're right in the middle, aren't we? If they start bombing each other, one might come astray, and then I realised we're not flat, are we? We're not flat. That's round. That there's a back bit, isn't there? There's a back bit. They could just go round that way, so fuck it. Don't matter.
They have got weapons that will reach us.
They don't need him. They got Putin.
Yeah, but it's, I know he. You know,
He's so hard, isn't he?
Yeah.
They just fire him out of a cannon with his fist.
Well, the problem that Europe have got is that Russia have a lot of gas and oil that we need. So, essentially, we need to stay on good terms with Russia.
Not if you're a Manchester City fan, my friend. We've got our own supply.
Is that why it's called the Cold War? Because they've got all the gas and the oil and they can provide heat.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
They turn it off.
No, is it? Is that why they've waited till September to start it? Because we're getting to... Is that the reason?
That is the reason, yeah. Let's see if the Cold War II is one of the most talked about things. Yes, people have been talking about the potential of another Cold War with Russia. The incident that started this has put South Ossetia on the map, just before the Russians wiped it off. At the end of that round, Sean's team have 2 points, Jason's team have 3 points. The next round is pick of the polls. Jason, your team first. What do you like the look of?
What do you reckon, team? Let's go Gordon Ramsay.
In a poll to find out which celebrity people dream about, Gordon Ramsay came second. Who came top?
Was God #1? He's a big celebrity, isn't he? God.
It's pretty popular.
You know, God. Have you heard of God?
Well, he can't be a celebrity, can he? Because we're not sure he exists.
I've got no factual proof Gordon Ramsay exists.
Well, Jesus existed, and he's hot. He's the hottest Jew on a stick, so I'd say Jesus. Jesus.
Sorry, Jesus is the... What? How do you describe Jesus again?
Hottest Jew on a stick.
He's the hottest Jew on a stick.
He's the hottest Jew on a stick.
Yeah. You'd ruffle some feathers at a synod, wouldn't you? He's the hottest Jew on a stick. We go, Archbishop goes...
I can see why Gordon Ramsay's there, because he's always getting his shirt off, isn't he, on the telly? Every time he does that, Kitchen Nightmares, he's always talking about I'm just going to do my shirt up while I say, this place is a shithole, there's rats in the fridge, you're just going up there. Always, just put your shirt on before... We put our shirts on before we come on the fucking telly, you weird, freckly-head bastard. What's going on with his forehead as well? What are those marks on his forehead?
Yeah, but if you're a chef in a kitchen, you've only got 2 hands, you can keep stuff in them.
Oh, I think he's nice and rugged.
You think he's nice and rugged?
Yeah, I haven't dreamt about him, though.
Who do you dream about?
Richard Madeley, usually.
Judy Finnegan will scratch your fucking eyes out, love.
I know. Well, no, she knows. But also, I had a really...
You heard it here first.
She knows I do that.
Top celebrity that people dream about.
Brad Pitt?
Well, it's the right area.
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Correct answer.
Huge. That's good.
Yes, the top celebrity people dream about is Angelina Jolie. I could show Angelina Jolie a thing or two in the bedroom. Here are 2 things. Sean, you'll go. What do you like the look of?
Oh, I like the font of London 2012. I think it's a great font.
It looks like Lisa Simpson giving a blowjob, though, doesn't it?
OK, you've chosen the Olympic logo. The British Olympic team arrived back in England, so we polled the studio audience and asked them, can Team GB match their Beijing success at the London 2012 Games? Yes or no?
Because we did very well at the Olympics, didn't we?
We came 4th.
I loved it. I got so into it, I thought it was brilliant.
The opening ceremony, everyone was going on about the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony. I thought it was like looking into a beehive. Can we get 14,000 people to bang a drum at the same time? Yeah, if you threaten to kill them.
The Paralympics have started, doesn't get as much coverage.
I think it's better in many ways. The wheelchair rugby is fucking amazing to watch. It's like the real robot wars. I mean that in a positive way.
Yeah,
it's brutal and exciting and brilliant, and, you know, Smash-A-Lot won last time. It was amazing.
I'd love to see Paranormal Olympics.
Derek Capurro going for gold.
Living TV, weightlifting, Henry VIII. 100 metres, run by a headless woman. Nowhere to put the medal. Just keep slipping off.
So, yes or no, do you think Team GB can match their Beijing success in 2012?
Yes, I'm certain of it.
Yeah,
OK.
no, of course it can.
All right, I can tell you the answer is yes. 78% of our studio audience think the Team GB can match their Beijing success at London 2012. I'm not sure the Chinese will want our opening ceremony to be better than theirs, which begs the question, where are we going to get our fireworks from? So at the end of that round, it's 4 points to Sean's team and 3 points for Jason's team. Our next round is called Believe It or Not. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate the statistic.
There is a sense of fear going to funeral directors, but when they're coming to us, they're coming into funeral directors and travel agents at the same time, and we find that mix have worked very, very well, because to us, we're sending that person on a very special journey. So the funeral directing aspect is just an extension of the work that we do as travel agents. To me, it comes natural that I am preparing this loved one for that journey.
The important thing is to think you're working on someone who's very much alive, even though they're very much dead.
That was from The World's Worst Job in 1994. It was a travel agent and also a funeral director. It's a mental idea, isn't it? OK, 63% of people would rather have a DJ than a eulogy at their funeral. True or false?
Why are the two mutually exclusive? Why can't you have a eulogy and then a DJ?
No, because then it would sound like Faithless, wouldn't it, if you did it...
at the same time.
If someone was talking slowly over a bit of dance music, it's Faithless. That's what you're thinking of.
I like the idea of a bloke going ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Shabba! That'd send me off nicely, that.
I'd do it, but...
Rest in peace, rewind.
Obviously, the best thing to play would be Last Night a DJ Saved My Life. Poignant.
The thing is, do you want to DJ because then you want to dance, but do you want to dance at a funeral? And then, really...
I don't even want a funeral. I've worked out, I've put down how I want to die. I want to be fly-tipped. Instead of country lane. So I like the idea I'll be annoying people even after I've died. People go, look at that's disgraceful, isn't it? I was there slumped over her head.
I think that planning your funeral thing's a bit vain, actually. What's the point in insisting that people behave in a certain way at your funeral?
So people go, I don't want people crying at my funeral. I want you to wear loud shirts, don't wear black. I want people crying for fucking years after I've died. I want 20 women just dressed in black going, I could have had him, I could have had him. That's what I'm after.
What funeral are you planning, Carol?
Well, I probably won't have one because I want my body to go to science.
Oh, well, you've planned that. It's a bit vain, isn't it? I'm like a scientist to get the benefit of these.
In my will, I just want to ask my brother or my best mate just to go, listen, there's a little drawer under the bed and there's some videos in there and a couple of magazines. And burn my hard drive. Just get rid of it. There's nothing proper filthy on there, but just don't want my mum finding it.
The army do that, don't they? That's one of the morbid things about being a soldier at battle is that they have an envelope that they put stuff in that's to be destroyed, and the other stuff is the possessions that get handed over.
Can we get some atmosphere back in the room? No, Alan sucked it all out. Okay.
Funerals,
so what happens with actual dead soldiers then?
A couple of funerals.
Actual dead soldiers, though. Let's talk about what actually happens with dead men. Young men, what gets sent back to their grieving families, and what do they burn? Alan, tell us more. Dead soldier news. Hey, welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats.
I feel like I'm being victimised here.
Unbelievable. 63% of people would rather have a DJ than a eulogy at their funeral. True or false? What do you think?
I think it's true.
You think they'd rather have I think most people don't know what a eulogy is.
Yeah, I think it's true.
OK, so what are you going to go with?
I hope it's false.
Yeah, I'll go false as well.
OK, we'll go false.
So you're going false, you're going true. I can tell you the answer is true. 63% of people would rather have a DJ than a eulogy. You get the point, mate. I'd like to have Dr. Fox as a DJ at my funeral, although I'd rather it was Dr. Fox's funeral and I was DJing. So at the end of that round, it's 5 points for Sean's team and 3 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. I'm going to give the teams a series of opinion polls. It's up to them to buzz in and tell me who or what they think came top. Here's your first one. OK, Britain's top lies.
Is it written by Katie Price?
Is it bang and the dirt is gone?
I've never said that after sex. Although it would be a magnificent way to end. Bang, and the day's gone.
I know what it is. I'm fine.
I'll give you that. The top lie in Britain is nothing's wrong, I'm fine.
Yes.
Oh.
OK, Britain's least talented celebrity.
Is it Barry George? Because he's only famous for one thing and he didn't even do it.
I think it's Mitch Winehouse. Because the only reason he's a celebrity is because his daughter is either ill or late.
I just don't know why I ever get told about celebrities like Amy Winehouse or even the royal family. When I hear about that on the news or in a paper, I feel the same way as I do when my mum starts a really long story about one of her friends from work. I just think, I don't know this person, I don't know why they're intruding on the peripheral vision of my life, but I'm hearing about them a lot. I don't wish them any harm, I'm just wondering why they're here.
Because it's a mum thing when they tell you a story and they go, you know Sue, and you go, no.
Yeah.
And that, you can slow them down, but you can't stop them.
Yeah.
They go, you do.
Yeah.
And then you go, no, I don't. And they go, well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Sue.
My mum's stories go on for about 35 minutes and they always end with, so it goes on, you know Sue, John and Sue, you know John and Sue, you do know. Goes on and on for ages, you sat there, and it always ends with 5 minutes later, dead.
I'll give you a clue. She's a posh Spice wannabe.
Chanel.
Chanel, that is the right answer.
Right.
Yes, Britain's least talented celebrity is Chanel Hayes. Chanel's phone never stops ringing. Well, that's what happens when you work in a call centre. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the quiz, which means the final scores are Sean, Scott and James have 6 points, Jason, Carol and Alan have 4 points. Sean's team are the winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.